Hello there. I appreciate you checking out my channel. If you would want to receive more content like this, please subscribe and follow. Ajax Nia had to abandon her persona in order to deliver a heartfelt message to Triple H following WWE's newest female champions, SummerSlam. Champion said highly about opponent. Jack, the chief content officer of the company, triumphantly confronted Bayley in event on Saturday at Cleveland's SummerSlam with Tiffany Stratton, with a little assistance from pulling her towards the end. Triumphant return by claiming the WWE Women's Finals held approximately 1 year subsequent. Become a professional wrestler again. In the press conference following SummerSlam performance, Jack opened up about her emotions after a historic triumph in a major. She had a fantastic year of shows, in addition to being grateful to Triple H so she could come back over a year later. Upon one's release, it is shocking because just 12 months earlier it was not the same role for me, but I am incredibly thankful to Triple H for being willing to risk not only 1 year of my life, a decade prior when he employed me, is still going strong, and I'm appreciative of the chance, Jack said. The years 1355 to 1412 were Nia Jax's busiest. Comes back to WWE after Triple H's returned with her. She became the reigning queen of Ring, and now she's the fresh face of WWE's women's. The story of champion Nia Jax's rise to acquaintances of Tiffany Stratton among many. What makes Nia Jax the new face of WWE? The women's champion is Tiffany Stratton. Ms. Savings accounts distracted the Bayley. Just right for Jax to unleash two devastating powers, two annihilators, and bombs for the victory. Their friendship came into being, though, outside of her on-screen persona, she was a fresh face, and this was her very first tour abroad. The nation of Australia. I was concerned that she would be perfectly fine and secure as you could never. I could see we hit it off immediately. She's adorable and amazingly gifted, and she's a bolt of lightning and water bottle. Seeing that here is absolutely unusual. She understands it after only 2.5 years, is physically fit, and exudes confidence. Never stop thinking about how many merchandise alternatives to consider for her. I beheld her. She and I hit it off right away. In the video, Jack recorded the time from 1714 to 1753. Atop Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, a fascinating dynamic in light of in her time has held the WWE Women's Finals, with the latter having the opportunity to profit the deal at any time with her funds in the bank. She wishes for Nia Jax's character to deliver an emotional message to Triple H. It worked in a new role for me. Ajax Nia, WWE's formidable powerhouse, continuously constituted a preeminent power inside her viciousness was well known among ring fans. Her resolute power and antagonism, her devastating power to wipe down any adversary who risked interrupting her journey, but concealed behind fearless persona was a lady armed with troubled soul, a soul that carried the burden throughout the conflicts and under the strains. Throughout the process of fulfilling her legacy, it was an surprisingly low turnout for the WWE event. Excitement at the Performance Center was no longer being practiced every day, and nothing but the reverberations of human voices, corridors where a gentle breeze whispered training, and every now and then a creak of the structure becoming dark. Dear Nia, a lonely Jack sat in one of the rehearsal charms her towering figure as it droops over them, pulling herself up as she gazed into the blackness. A whirlwind of ideas raced through the empty arena. This evening, she did not feel like fearsome Nia Jax, but if Lena could just find a way to. Woman who had devoted herself completely to the industry that she adored. She considered the endless training sessions with the many, suffering from wounds, and the unstoppable push oneself to her limits in a society that solely the hardest remained alive, but a single individual served as an unwavering compass. encouragement as she embarks on her path, the Triple H, while flinging the name Hunter her way. After all, Hunter wasn't merely he had been as a role model and advisor to her throughout her career, trusted confidant, and a reliable pal, who she could be when nobody else believed in her capabilities. By his actions, he caused her to crack, overcoming obstacles and emerging as a leader in an industry where men predominate. This evening, hello, Cena had an intense urge to share her thanks and feelings toward the guy who has affected her professional trajectory. She exhaled deeply and then removed her. She picked up the phone and began to type a message, frequently paused, unable to locate, perfectly suited to express her emotions following what appeared to be long time. She at last sent the message, "Hey Hunter, I pray that all is fine with you. Personally, I've had a lot of recent thoughts and experienced them. I have something important to tell you. Understand how I consistently manage to outside, but all I really want to do tonight is sincere with you. When I initially joined WWE, I was this robust, powerful girl who was anticipated to play the role of both powerhouse, and I were fully on board with it. I found myself in a new role, and it was a while before I managed to at ease with it. In my memory, the initial days filled with uncertainty, searching for my niche amidst this enormous, the cosmos. But you were at my side, leading the way, inspiring me to accept myself. You've always had the right to claim my individuality, has a knack for recognizing opportunities in those who fail to recognize their own potential. I realized it was within me, and you helped me grow it, allowed me to showcase my abilities, self-improvement, and I recall our extended discussions, your motivational speeches before two games, and the moments when you dragged me, set aside to provide me with guidance during such times meant everything to. I experienced instances where the physical burden of this enterprise reached. Quite a few injuries have befallen me, challenges, obstacles, and times when I wondered if I had what it took to continue, yet you have constantly served as a source of inspiration for my resilience. Inside and out, you are the one who educated me that being tough isn't the only thing that matters in both the ring and having access to the strength to triumph. As I recall past struggles, I consider favored matches, plots, and understand the magnitude of your influence. You've consistently advocated for them, originality in defying convention and in crafting unforgettable experiences that inspired me to challenge myself, while also welcoming novel difficulties, which has resulted in had the privilege of participating in a few amazing moments in the history of WWE. Hunter, please understand that my conviction is I have been a key motivator. By my side, you've been an inspiration throughout. Simple manager, I've had the pleasure of working with you as a mentor, companion, and a wellspring of inspiration. My development is greatly due to thanks to the direction and encouragement you provided. While I sat here thinking about all, I feel fortunate to have had you beside me. I appreciate everything that you've done, all that you have done because you have faith in me during a time when I doubted my abilities, relentlessly challenging me to excel. I hope I can keep bringing you joy by respect and appreciation. Save Len as she hit the send button and put on down, experiencing both relief and vulnerability. She found it challenging to confide in her, particularly on her emotions. However, tonight she had a release of burden, with the knowledge that she had, in the end, conveyed her deepest gratitude, directed towards an individual who had been instrumental. As she began her day at work the following day, stepped foot in the theater, she was met with a friendly smile by Triple. He walked up to her, his gaze brimming with pride and affection, come together to rescue. He reached out and touched Lena's shoulder. Your message was received. Thank you. In your thoughtful remarks, you have matured greatly since the moment you entered this arena, and the woman has my deepest admiration. As the artist you've grown into, this is the very first step. Maintain your progress. Persevere through change and maintain your faith. You have faith in Jax, the relentless and furious power in. An emotional wave washed over the ring and at that very second she realized that difficult times ahead, she possessed the energy, backing, and resolve to confront them directly and enlist the help of having Triple H as her companion. The sky was, at most,